Hello everybody, welcome back to Vineyards 5. We are Friwald, and this is turn 41, late summer in the year 3 of the Ascension Wars. This episode is entitled Beginner Mistakes, because you'll be seeing a lot of those. I was tempted to name it after a certain someone that we'll be seeing here, but more on that soonish. We have finished a lot of different researches, so that's good. Just keeping up to tabs on some of the spells, and we will start using blood magic this turn. Ruprecht has cast Akashic Knowledge. We found one bronze pill which gives us a fire gem in the Throne province. Semi-decent, it's better than finding nothing. Cast Reanimation, that's not very exciting. Then there's a battle again before anything else. So this is because a spell has been cast to teleport from Ascension to the Windsong Forests. And let's have a look at what could that be. Da da da! This is our raiding force, that our sneaky raiding force plus a little bit of province defense. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the god of Shantan, adulation of the writhing flesh, the mother of monsters. And this is quite a mouthful to swallow. Astral mage, death mage, nature mage, and blood mage. So, sort of a bless here that has to do with all these things. Putting 3 in these. She must have teleported here with her astral magic. That's my guess. Let's see, she has magic weapon, decay weapon, poison resistance, magic resistance, HP, strength. Nothing special here. The decay weapons is of course a little bit dangerous. Then she has some nice items. A vine shield is really good. This one I'm not sure I really understand why she has it, just because it's a decent weapon, I suppose. She has a horror helmet, which gives her a fear aura, giving her fear 9, which means she must have fear as a standard, as a base as well, so she's up to a really high fear rating. Fire plate for fire resistance and some extra morale, which is not needed. Reinvigoration 5, so getting rid of fatigue at a high rate, and then ring of regeneration, so she has a total of 10 regeneration that I know. She is Twiceborn, and I didn't cast Twiceborn with Bob because I thought that would not work with pretenders, but this guy knows what he's doing, and he has Twiceborn on his pretender, so we are totally gonna cast Twiceborn next time Bob is around. I must assume that that's good then. What else? This is a pretender god. She's a poison cloud, so anyone near her will be poisoned. We have our secrets at least have a bless against that, so that's nice. She has poison resistance 44. Dark vision. Not much else to talk about. She is also an adept crossbreeder, and she spawns monsters when she's in her own dominion. But she can't do that in combat. Now she's casting Body Ethereal, so starting with turning herself into an ethereal being, and we have no magic weapons in this army, so if it was going to be tough before, it's tougher now. She's casting Personal Regeneration, getting up to 20% regeneration per turn out of 168 hit points. She has Protection 23. There's just no way that this army can do anything to her. She's casting Invulnerability. So now she's also invulnerable 25, giving her a total protection versus mundane attacks. There's just nothing. Nothing we can do. Elemental Fortitude too. I will speed it up to the maximum speed. She hits us a little bit, but really the important part is that we can't hit her. And then we run away. Run away, little hobbits! Run for your fly, you fools! Yeah, they die. We lost the captain, and we lose a good amount of the army. And she takes the province. Donna found a magic site in Nern, a maze, giving us 2 astral gems, so that's quite nice. It's a little bit into outside of our normal territories, so it's a little bit weird that we are doing this maybe, but I'm going with it. In the water, which is ours for sure, we found a Ridge of Ice, which is one more water gem. That's nice. In the Mudwater Caves, this is south of Contum, we found a gorge which gives us one more earth gem. That's decent. But again, outside of our territory. We found another thing in Nern, which is a mineral cave. I don't really remember what this one does, but we'll see later if I remember. We found some blood slaves. An enemy force has raided Bergamum. 20 people were killed. I'll talk more about this one if I remember. But I've never seen this before, so I have no idea what that's all about. And I'm assuming it's a sneaky force, because it's not something we can see. Anyway, on to the... Let's start, with Garillion is the most important battle. I think you'll recall from last episode that I set us up. And I have made a terrible mistake. But here we go. The battle as a whole starts out pretty well. Lots of sounds. Let's see. We are summoning elementals and stuff in here. We are casting stuff on our dudes. It's all good and well. Our giant here will move forward. All kinds of summons are going down. He is casting, what's it called? Howl. The caster summons a pack of wolves that hate him in battle. The wolves will come from all directions and may even attack the enemy from behind. This spell is twice as effective as used force on mountain terrain. So that's quite interesting. We'll start seeing wolves appear from all over the map. They aren't very strong, but they're just going to keep coming. Now we summoned these 4 earth elementals, and that's totally intentional. But the problem is, I have not realized how much fatigue summoning just a little earth elemental causes to a buried initiate like this. He's now at 165, this guy. That means that for the rest of the combat, these guys will basically be doing nothing. They'll just be standing still with all those great items that I have made for them. Now the giant got ethereal, cast body ethereal or something on him. That's really nice. And our Lavaborn will rush forward and do well. These two, this guy here is a Lamashta. And they are, I've never tried casting this guy before. I didn't even realize that they were flying, but they are super strong. Like, they just go in here and they start murdering some fools. One of them ends up in here, I think. He's already dead, though. But I think he got a kill in. And he has a lot of area things that he's blasting. These cockatrices are doing petrifying gas, so they're stunning their own units and hurting their own units. Like that. That's pretty interesting. Same in here, they're still stunned. Now in the center, it would be really nice if our buried initiates would come forward and hit stuff with their magic weapons and such. Instead, the melee takes place without them. They're just left here behind, doing nothing. Because they're all fatigued out. Still fatigued out. Even with the belts that some of them have, they're still fatigued out. Well, this guy doesn't have a belt, but this guy has extra reinvigoration, but still just stands around doing nothing. And then they are slowly pushing forward. Still have a Lamashta going ham in here. Might want to cast more of these in combat. They are really good. And then the front lines, even when they get all the way up here, we're still not attacking with our burning initiates. I had them on cast Iron Skin after the Earth Elementals. They're getting to that now, as the enemy is closing in. But at this point, most of our army is dead, and most of our troops that are still on the board will start to rout. Here they go. These aren't routed yet. One of them gets a hit in, but then one of them starts to run away. Now they're really tanky. So the enemy comes in and they start to attack them, but they can't really hurt them. I think they get one of them at the end here because he gets surrounded. They can't run away because they have too much fatigue. And yeah. So all those awesome items, like these two guys are lost. Shatton has a chance of finding these items and this skull staff here. Once again, we are just throwing items at Shenton. This was not supposed to happen. And I was a little bit tilted when I saw this combat, I'll be honest. I really thought... I think that if they had not cast the Earth Elementals and had just run forward, they would have done really well in this combat. But instead we end up with this result, where everything was murdered without their participation, and then they were just routed off the field. What is worse? We can have a look at it here. We actually end up killing an Archdruid of the Plagues, which I think was the one who cast Howl, so that's something. We kill some Barbarians, we kill one Light Ogre thing here, and we kill one Summerthane. 27 units in total. We only lose 36, but it's some pretty good things. 2 buried consorts, 1 of the initiates died, and one of the fellows of the Benevolent Secret. Rest aren't really important. Then we go into the retreat details. And, well, one of them... Let's see. Yeah, but the problem is, okay, so most of them get away, but they retreat to the province known as Hailmire. That's not a province that I've spoken about before. Rather, the Birder initiated with 2 units on his command were lost when retreating into enemy territory, and he definitely had a full stack of items as well, so they're just gone. Shanda doesn't even get that, they're just gone. One more to Hailmire, and to Hailmire. Yeah. We'll have a look at Hailmire after the battles, but suffice to say, it's not one of our provinces. Then there was a battle in Dunster. In here. That's just our scouting with a scout. He's just going to run away, and he gets away safely. Then there was a battle in the Bulwark. Down here. Where I just sent in a mercenary with these wine men here. And we are up against Province Defense. These are actually not half bad. But there's a decent amount of Province Defense here. I think they do alright. It almost looks like we are gonna win. But then our commander runs away. And they wouldn't have won anyway. Then, never mind, that was the end of that mercenary army. There was a battle in Gilgad. And if you recall, this is our standard setup with a Bird Initiate, where he's gonna cast an Earth Elemental. So, from my little tilty demeanor here, you can maybe tell what's gonna happen. He's gonna cast the Earth Elemental successfully, that's good. And he's actually casting more spells. Now he's fatigued. So he doesn't really participate in the combat. And once he starts running forward, the army routes and then he routes. At least he gets away safely, this guy. But yet another fail of the Buried Initiative. Great. Then there was a battle in Olier. And this is Contrum attacking us. With his little raiding stack here, but we have decent defenses here. And this is just province defense. The 2 cavemen will go in, but they get cut down. Still, we're doing the same thing here. I'm done with these Earth Elementals from Buried Initiates. That's just over. I didn't realize it was that bad, but apparently that's completely ruining their scripting. So we are not doing that anymore. This one is on our cast spells anyway, I think. Dust, and here comes our flanking cavalry. And they get defeated at least. Then there was a battle in Farron Mountains between Avas and Raspad. It doesn't really matter, they are gonna get slaughtered. Avas doesn't lose anything here. We took control of a province of Lake Seaweed, the Shenton Water Province. He didn't leave any province defense or anything. Shenton is attacking us in Veldrith. That is up here where we raided with our undead. And what do we have here? He's actually sending out his mages. A lot of mages just to deal with that, and that's quite nice. You know, than they aren't researching and or casting other things. So all in all, I think this little raiding attack here, distracting him to this amount, to this degree, is pretty successful. That's a lot of undead. Yeah, we need to recruit more priestess, or not priests, but high priests. Just more things with that is capable of countering undead. Well, actually our death mages can do that too, so... Well, let's see, there was a battle in Mother, then there was a battle in Laria. We are attacking in Laria. Where is that? Oh, this is us testing his fortress. And this is just province defense, so he hasn't left anything behind in Laria. Then there was a battle in Kratos. This is Shenton attacking Atinium. And I was wrong when I said last episode he has these bone fiends. That's correct. But they are not flying. I thought, you know, they kind of look like they have wings. But, oh, and a little Lovecraft quote here. It's with a twist. And this is part of Shenton's army. And these bone fiends. What's this guy? And the witch. Disease healer. Nice. I wish I had a disease healer. Well, anyway, Atinium didn't really have anything in there, so there you go. 95 units. He did lose something. Alright. Actually, I thought this battle was kind of funny. Now I'm gonna play it again. When they run in here and all the things start flying. What is that? Enraged. Yeah. Here comes a fireball. Oh, it actually hit. My bad. Here's some fireballs. Killing some dudes. Killing his own men. Lots of friendly fire going on for Shenton there. That's kind of funny, I think. So he lost a clubber, some barbarians, one fire snake, and 2 knights and a swordsman. Just 2 friendly fire. He is also attacking in Sunafe. That is an Atinium fortress. So this is just the province defense outside. And Atinium has assured me in the Discord chat that he is still capable of taking over or countering Shenton. So I hope he's right. There was a battle in Bolfagan. This is us attacking with our modest army here. And this is just some province defense. Let's speed it up. The giant goes in and does some work. Go giant! And I had accidentally stopped the hill giant production, but I have set it up again. So we'll be getting those again. An unexpected event has occurred in the caverns. We get some free gems. There was an unexpected event in the cavern realm. More of this fairy court summer frolicking. Enough of that silliness. Get back to work. A worldwide event has occurred. We still have cheaper enchantments. I'm not really utilizing that this turn. And then we found some brigands by patrolling. Alright. Let's find the mineral cave here was an earth 1. The gorge was an earth 1. Right. And we found the maze in here. But again, this is sort of exposed. More so than most of our other territories. So side searching here, especially side searching down here where Quantum will probably take it back. It's a little bit precarious. Also note that we attacked in here and lost, but then Quantum must have come in afterwards because he now controls this territory and he has taken it with some fire ants. So interesting. On the Quantum front, we are attacking basically every territory around Quantum's capital that we can. And I am expecting to lose at least one of them. I'm expecting his Doomstack not to come here, but come out and he will send a raiding force or something to one of them. But we'll take the other ones, that's the idea. This here is just the mercenary band that will expire after this turn anyway. So they're like Suicide Squad going in here. And here we move everything else, mostly to run away from the god over here that we cannot deal with. And then the rest of the army from here is actually moving in here. I'm hoping that Quantum will not move his Doomstack in here. But if he does, we might be able to challenge it. Maybe. It's a little bit precarious. You know, with all that cavalry, we might want to just rush forward. I could still change that around. Do we even have a Blesser? We have no Blesser. Should we send in Lothar? We're still calling God. And we have to send a priest out here as well. So I kind of don't want to... Oh, can you make it over there? Yes, okay. You know what? This is a bad spot for you anyway. Let's send him up here to join this army. I like that. So we can have our sacred units blessed. Should we set these guys to attack directly or just hold an attack as they are? Tough decision. I think we'll leave them as they are. We will leave them as they are, yeah. Okay. I have made up my mind. But I might actually want to go and switch it around a little bit. 1, 2, 3... hold on. That's not how we do it. Just select all of them. We need to find out who's going in here. Frederick, for example, can control 30 undead. Okay. So I want to go in here, grab half of them. Let's say, Frederick, you control them. We can split them into 2 groups. I think that's a little bit better. They can't rout anyway, so there's no reason to have them in one big squad when we can spread them out a bit more. Hold an attack. And the other cavalry group here is on hold and attack rear from there. Good. I don't think he's expecting that, and if we can successfully take both of these territories, we can unite those 2 armies, maybe even move into and sit on top of Quantum's capital. Maybe. And here we are just moving 2 buried initiates with no earth elementals being summoned. Same principle here. Oh, sorry, just 1 buried initiate and then chill a bit here and no earth elementals anymore. And we'll just do some raiding on these provinces and try to swing it back around. If we lose one of these fights here, it's okay. He could also go for this province, maybe. I'm not sure what he would do. But we have to keep the pressure up. Can't let him get a foothold and push out. He will probably not push out against Shanton. He will push out against either me or Atinium, and Atinium is being pushed by Shanton. So I'm assuming that Quantum will come from me. Is the general gist of this. Now, in the water, this is still just doing logistics. We didn't meet any resistance here. I'm just gonna push on. I'm assuming that Shanton is not really interested in the water. We might meet Atinium here. I should really ask him in Discord. I might do that. Because it would really suck to have us destroy each other's armies here. But he hasn't gone for it so far, so why would he do it now? I don't know. Let's see. Now, okay, so over here, this is the Hailmire, where our buried initiates who ran away ran to this province here. Same with Frisamund and Gisrick. And this is a problem. Like, I would not attack here again until we have a decent force. And I know for certain that we can take it, but if he attacks in here, then they can have nowhere to run and he's going to get all these items, and I can't allow that to happen. So, in order to save the units, I'm moving them back in here. We're moving the sneaky force from in here, in there, and then we're moving everything we can in here. This is Alfred, and we have Ceci. He's going to dump the slow units and just grab the cavalry. They can make it over here, and then we have our stack of different dudes here. I should actually put these in a separate group in here, so they can come up front a little bit. fire earlier. Oh, he can't carry all of them. Oh, he can if I switch it around a bit. Move. Is there a good way to do this? I think the answer is no. Dang it. I mean, we could do this. No. Just throw them in there. Oh, yeah, it'll have to be like that. We're moving in every bird here. He's twice born anyway. We just got Living Earth, which is an upgraded version of the Earth Elementals. It's fine with him, and he's also getting a Amulet of Resilience, plenty of magic gems. I'm gonna give him one more. And he's on don't conserve magic gems, just cast stuff, please. Fast. You know, we might even do it again. Actually, I'm gonna go and say, can we do this? Okay, I'm gonna try. Living Earth all the way. That is probably not gonna work. How many gems does that cost? 2. I don't care. Take more of them. He's not gonna be able to do that, but he will when he can't do it, he's just gonna do something else. Sure. And he's gonna spam out a bunch of Earth Elementals. We really need to bring down this territory now. He just got some free items in here, presumably, so he will probably move those away. I'm thinking I could do some trickery. Okay, so the other thing is I'm casting... Here's the contact Hill Giant again, and then Arouse Hunger. We are doing Arouse Hunger, which is, I'll show it off here, the Necromancer. This is what Quantum has been doing to us. We summon 20 beings, about 20 beings, in a faraway province, more skill from death mages. We'll get more. And I was going to do it here, but we could actually do it here. Can 20 of those... Let's have a look at this. There was 15 of them. Could 20 ghouls be this? No, they probably could. Oh, and they have flying units. Now that could be bad. That could be good and that could be bad. If they land on the commander and they kill the commander, then we just lose. But they would run away into here then. Okay, you know what? Because if he's trying to run away with the commander, it will try to get into the fort here. But if we do the summon thing, that will happen before normal army movement, and then I don't think he would be allowed to go inside. He would have to fight the ghouls, and maybe he might lose that commander. That would be pretty amazing. Alright, I'm testing it again with him. I shouldn't have to then. He's on retreat, yep. Let's see. You know, we can do that. That's fine. Okay. What else? Some logistics down here. We got a new Water Mage, and I am gonna be cast ritual spell Sea King's Court. And I've been thinking about doing this for a while, but right now I've decided not to do it, and then I decided to do it, and then I decided not to do it. No, now we are doing it. It's a Sea King's Court. We get a Sea King, which is a Water 3 mage, so it's not something we don't have. But it's a bunch of his troll guards and sea trolls. So we get like 16 units here in total. Yeah. Basically that. We have 108 water gems. I just want some units that we can use to either go for quantum. We can send them into the water and use them to do coastal raidings and stuff like that if we want, because they are amphibious. Or if we desperately need them, we could set them directly up here, but they will have fire weakness, I think. So we'll have to be a bit careful. But either way, it's just a way for us to spend some of our water gems. of which we have a lot. We're still side searching around here and here, running around. We are side searching in the water with you. We are side searching here, and full things is now moving up here. Good. Right, so this raiding here, it says so here. An enemy force has raided Bergamum. 20 people were killed. How in the world does this happen? I've never seen this before in Dominions. I mean, I've seen this symbol before. That's if I go like, I can go in here and say, not here, but example here. Pillage this province in order to find food for the army and to find as much gold as possible. That is something we might actually consider doing in some places. I hadn't even thought of that. Like out here, we could raid these provinces. Huh. And just destroy them. That's something I might start using a little bit. You can pillage this one. Do it. He's on retreat anyway. Let's try it. And I'm assuming he's gonna take it back anyway this turn. I'm not sure what happens first. Probably the attack happens first. And I'm also guessing that we won't get a lot out of just pillaging with this one guy here, but we're gonna try it. Like, I'm not gonna be able to hold this province anyway. Now, okay. We have the script in here, which is pretty basic. It's just sort of the same thing we've done again. And here it's, I showed that already. Any special spells I'm casting? I don't think so. No. Not here either, I think. We should have brought some gems. You know what, we might bring... We are bringing gems here. No. Bring 5. Don't spare any. In case you need them. You are supposed to just cast them. Yep, good. In case he comes in here with his Doomstack, we want to retaliate in, like, properly. He's twice born, so it's all good. We're sending a new movement patrol. What's he called? A buried consort in. We're recruiting a buried consort here. We're recruiting, still recruiting the buried father here. Buried initiate, buried initiate, buried initiate. I might be overcommitting on those. But right now we don't have a lot of gold anyway. Oh, we're still recruiting all that in here? Ah, we are pulling it out. Good. I think I've shown off most of the things already. We're attacking here. We see now that Rosbart is using a lot of devils here. I wonder if he can hold on. Like, he needs to hold on. We are sending message to our Rosbart. Hereby our support for this month. 2 more bird soldiers plus the upkeep for the last 2. Hoburg is locked to you. 32 gold. They cost, I looked at it, they cost 12 gold per year, so that's 1 per month. So I'm paying him the upkeep for the other 2 birds that we bought. I don't know if it'll turn any tides. I might be sending, I was considering sending gold to Atinium as well, but he assured me that he's got this. So I hope he's right. And the problem is, I think Avas is also building troops over here. Yeah, when he's done with Harasbat, I'm not sure what he will do. It's a good question. If he takes Rasbat without any major issues, then it's bad. We really need him to lose a big battle. Now, is there anything else? We are forging a rope of the sea in here. We are sneaking on with you to find more sites. We are to do Forge Axe of Sharpness, Armor of Knights here. I think Earth Boots here. Bind Bone Fiends. Right, I'm starting Bone Fiends with you, and I gave him the Blood Dagger, so we get a few extras. They are the same that Shanton is using over here, the Bone Fiends. And again, if he's using them, then it's probably because they are worth using, and he's decently good at summoning them. So, like, what he's gonna get? How many Bone Devils? Oh, Bone Fiends here. They require 1 and 1, and for every 1 above, you get 1 extra. So he is 2 above and 3 above, so that's 5 extra. He should be getting 10 per turn, if I'm right. That would be pretty good. Like 10 Bone Devils per turn. I can live with that. Anything else? Anything else? I think that's about it. I let Atinium know that I found the god, but or that he found us. But this army, I just don't see what you can do, Mr. Atinium. Or should I say Mrs. Atinium? We're sending up one buried initiate to the front line. In research, we are finishing evocation, but then we are going conjuration level 8. There's not really anything else I super need, and we really want the Well of Misery. 80 gems required. We have 23, so in a few turns. Oh right, there's one more thing. We are doing Summon Flame Spirit in here with Hat. I think I forgot to do that last turn, so that's my bad. But now we are gonna do it, so that's why we have lesser fire gems. Notice that we've gone low in astral gems, but it's not because we're casting Akashic Knowledge again. We are casting Heavenly Wrath, which is the Angel Fury Commander, which is a Thug unit, I think, and I have no idea if it's worth it. It is a national spell for Friwald for some reason, because it's not a hobbit. I don't know what it has to do with hobbits. But we are gonna cast at least one and maybe equip it with some items. It's a flying unit and it's supposedly decent. But 35 astral gems, I'm not sure it's worth it. We will see. We shall see. There's not really anything else we can do with all those astral gems other than keep casting Akashic Knowledge. Which, if it's a crabby unit, I might just cast some more of that. Yeah. For now, we're doing that. Anything else? Forge Burning Pearl, which is fire resistance and attack skill. That's quite nice. We need something to patrol in here. I think we are going for something like that. In here I am patrolling now. Yep. But not really within units. I wonder how much you can reduce unrest by per turn. In here we need a patroller. We don't really have that. I'll think of something. Maybe we would want an Avenging Lord here instead. It's more expensive than the Buried Initiate. Like, this guy cannot be worth it. No. Forget about it. I think this is the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and if we lose this battle up here, then I will throw my hands into the air and say, what the hell am I doing? I mean, of course, we are the weaker nation, and I am a beginner player, so I shouldn't be so tilted, but I'm really throwing everything at this stupid tile, and I'm just not getting through. We cannot lose that battle again. Like, it's just not okay. We're doing the same thing again, casting Body Ethereal on these guys. We have this stack here with 3 giants and a bunch of these cavemen which are fire resistant. Cavalry. Like, I don't know, man. They have to try. And he is weakened, so we will retire this guy if he survives the fight. We shall see. This is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.